Hello, welcome to the TV room. David Bradley here. So I have not been recording much lately. I had an operation and I have been healing and doing everything I can to make sure that this healed. Actually, this is the second go at this. And the first thing didn't heal properly. I would say mostly because there are these things that they do just because they're supposed to do them. And that is the stitches in the original operation were removed too soon. And then because of where the wound was and is, it would not heal. It would not close. It would not get better. And on and on and on and on and on this went. So finally, another procedure was done. And after this, I did much as I did the first time. But perhaps I did it a little better. The other thing I did was make sure that the stitches were not removed too quickly. Actually, I don't know what the rule of thumb on stitches is, but certainly 5 weeks I think is more than normal. But for where this wound was, I think it was quite appropriate. So it is done. The stitches are out, and I will continue to go for follow-ups and checkups and things to make sure that it's really done, and it's really healed, and it's really sealed, and there's no more infection. Because walking around having it feel like there's a hot knife sticking in your leg is no fun. No fun. And that's pretty much what it was like. So I am on the mend. But part of what I was not doing while all this was going on, I didn't really record much. Because, mind you, I was keeping my walking to a minimum. I was keeping my stairs to a minimum. Because if you imagine the leg and the back of the leg, and if you ever look at the back of your leg and you move your foot and you see a spot near, maybe 2/3 down, 1/3 up at the back of the calf, it only moves and flexes every single time you move your foot. And that is where the wound was. Anyway, I'm hopeful that I'm on the mend. And even, well, when you're in pain, it's not such a great time to be filming things, but also just sitting and stretching and, da 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 da. So anyway, I spent a whole lot of time trying to heal, and I'm very hopeful that it has healed. Reminds me of a story. My grandmother, who lived to be almost 103, when she was 19 or 20, she was on a toboggan, and they were all holding each other's legs, and these people who were holding her leg on the right side accidentally lost it, and it hit the snow and went right up beside her shoulder. So obviously it was broken. So she had been very athletic and such, and that meant that for the next 83 years she was badly crippled. Anyway, the first time they did whatever operations and such, things didn't heal. And I don't mean with their not incision infection and whatever stuff, but things just didn't, there wasn't, the bones didn't come together properly. And anyway, they had to redo things. And her mother, who I never met because she died before I was born, they were getting ready to get on the train and head down, and the doctor was there, very concerned about things. And my grandmother's mother, or my great grandmother, said to the doctor, if it heals, you won't be needed. If it doesn't, you won't be wanted. Anyway, I'm healing. I think I will see at my next appointment what the thoughts are. But certainly I've seen no sign of infection, and the agony and pain is subsiding. So I'm intending to get back in the game and do a little more recording, do a little more fixing, do a little more tidying, and yes, I keep saying it, but putting some things up for sale. Because, like, even on this desk, I have, well, it looks like 4 Commodore 64s, 2 VIC-20s, 2 1541s, a whole lot of discs and cartridges and things and stuff. And that's not bad. But it is perhaps time to begin to thin the herd, etc., etc., etc. So if you are interested, I think I will start listing things on Kijiji and Facebook Marketplace. So keep an eye, and we'll see what's what. We shall. Anyway, I have 4 new dead things to look at, which I just recently finally brought in from the car. So I suppose I should get to them. But as I say, this is in the world of small steps, and that's what I've been doing lately, small steps, trying to heal. This is my first recording of significance in a while. So I think it'll take me a little while to get up to speed and into gear and all that. I must say, this whole healing process has been very exhausting. And many, many days, I end up getting up with all the best of intentions and doing, what needs to be done, and then giving in to the exhaustion. Another thing that really doesn't help any is when you find out that somebody who has wronged you has been rewarded and awarded and recognized as being a great and wonderful leader in their field, when of course the truth is vastly different. But it's all hidden away for now. As I've said before a time or two, I have been patient, I have been silent, but there will come a time when my patience will wane, and I will certainly not remain silent. Even though I have the right to remain silent, if you watch any US TV cop show, I have the right to remain silent. But in these worlds of supposedly free speech, but of course in some countries, free speech means say what we want you to say, don't say what we don't want you to say. And sadly, more and more, that seems to be what's happening south of the border. Yes, you have the right to free speech, but don't exercise it. And there are, of course, even in our fine country of Canada, there are institutions and others who do not want people to freely speak and speak the truth and air their, I was going to say dirty, but not dirty, not just dirty, not slightly soiled, but air their, gotta think of a word, air their filthy, disgusting, horrid, criminal laundry in public. Don't do it. Oh, no. Or we will destroy you in some other way. Oh, dear, 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 dear. Anyway, enough. I have another subject to bring up, but I think I will do another video. And then I will see about tidying up the desk here a bit, which I know is endless and goes on and on and on. And then perhaps I will look at some of the broken computers, which consist of 2 Commodore 64s, 2 VIC-20s. And what's wrong with them? I don't know. Maybe they're parts. Maybe they're rescuable. Maybe some are, maybe some aren't. Anyway, thanks for coming. Have a lovely, lovely day, and thanks for listening. Bye for now.